You're back. I knew you'd be back. I knew you'd be back. You know who it is. It's Timmy Lawson here. And in this video, I'm gonna be talking about my first ever film photo that I took. But I'll be breaking it down because I have a first ever film photo that I took on 35mm, and I have a first ever film photo that I took on medium format. So let's get into it. Shout out to my husband for being my model. Well, he wasn't my husband then, but whatever he was back then. Hey babe, shout out to you. For being both my model for 35 and medium format. And a special guest is my dog. R.I.P. Teddy. On my medium format. But I'm gonna start with my 35mm. And this is the first photo. I'm gonna share the best one, and then I'm gonna share like the other ones that get progressively worse. Or medium, or just not anything. To preface, I also wanna thank Mike. His Instagram name is Now and Never Again, or Never, I'll put it somewhere in this video. But thank you, Mike, because I DM'd Mike to ask him about, hey dude, I don't even know how to load my film. I don't know what to do. And he really took time out of his day to show me, teach me, and like be a guide in this journey. So thank you, Mike. So these were the first photos, or first set of photos I took. And I took it on the Fuji Super, the 3-pack, 400 ISO, real cute, real easy to work with. And this is the first photo. So this is my husband. He looking handsome right here. You know, he ain't got no beard, but we love him anyway. And his, lineup is clean in this photo. It's clean. You see that line? Anyway. I like this photo. It's not bad. I'm impressed. I think the difference now is that I would probably, edit it a little bit because I just like to edit my photos. But yeah, the greens are popping. He's somewhat in focus. He's in focus. Yeah. And then let's go to another one. Oh, and I got it processed at Garland camera. That was where I bought the film camera and got it processed. So shout out to Garland camera. Ooh, this is him, vertically. Or actually they're all kind of vertical. Yeah, he's in focus. You see a little building in the back, you see the green. Something I've learned since then is, Fuji and their greens. Yeah. It's a cool photo. It's not like anything like I'd write home about. Oh, this is him again, Greens are popping, skin tone is there. I'm glad that at least like I got the ISO correct, settings correct. Obviously Michael helped me, but he's in focus. This one he's not in focus. The shrubbery is in focus, but yeah. Let's go to a photo that I did a terrible job on and see. Let me pop in a picture of Mike talking to Arnold. And I just snagged this quick photo. Are they in focus? Yeah, they are. Okay. Let's go to a photo that's not in focus. Took this picture of the star in Dallas. It's not a very good photo, composition or otherwise, but we move. Okay, did a little lower action there. It's cool. Again, not a picture I'll like go rave about, but these are pretty solid. For a first time like shooting film, this is pretty solid. This one, I had his hand in the shot. Again, not really a great photo, but it's kind of cool, his hand's out of focus, but he's in focus. Like, I'm impressed by myself. I tried. I really tried. I've been gifted since birth. Some of you cannot say that. I joke. Let's see. Let's find a really like horrific photo. Okay, this is one. This was when my dog was a baby. Well, kind of a baby. He's clearly out of focus, and the light is yellow or warm. He's out of focus again, and the light is yellow. So pretty much those are my first. Those are my first set of like film photos on my 35mm, shot on Fuji Superior 400 ISO, the 3-pack, back when it was a lot cheaper than it is today. But that is a great starter film pack to like fail and succeed on. There we go. I'm gonna move on to my first set of photos on my medium format. These ones I am a lot more proud of. And let me give you a little timeline. I got the medium format about a year apart from when I got my 35mm. So I've been shooting for about a year now on film. The learning curve was just a little bit different based on the body of the camera, the type of roll, because obviously medium format is over there on the set, but the medium format is just slightly larger. You gotta unravel. I had to learn how to load the film. But again, I got this medium format at Photographique in Dallas. And I got a little bit of help there, like learning how to load it. And I also watched a YouTube video on how to load that. So YouTube is a great resource. But let's get into my first set of medium format photos. Again, my husband. He paid me to say this, by the way. My handsome, beautiful husband was my model again. And here he is. This is my, literally, this photo is on my website still, TamieLawson.com. I love this photo. I shot this medium format on the Ilford HP5 film. That was the first film roll I shot on my medium format. And chef's kiss. I love this photo. And this is kind of where I got into the black and white film as well for portraiture. And this is also when my medium format camera helped me realize more that I really love taking portraits specifically. But love this photo. He's in focus. Everything is just like the bokeh, is it called bokeh in the back? You know, where he's in focus and then it's a blur. But I love this photo. I love this photo. Shot it outside on a sunny day, so exposure was, you know, on to the T. You can't go wrong. Well, let me take that back. You can go wrong on a sunny day, but with film, you really can't go wrong on a sunny day. But love this photo. Love this photo. And he looks handsome. Let's share some more. This one, he is out of focus and my dog is out of focus. But what would have been green if it was in color in the back is in focus. So I was still learning, I was still practicing, but it's cute or whatever. Him and my dog again, Teddy. He's in focus. Like, I love these photos. These are cute little memories. My dog, he really wasn't trying to look at the camera, but he tried. He did well for me. So that's cute. Again, him and my doggy. Is he in focus? He is not in focus. Is the dog in focus? The dog is kind of sort of in focus, but the background is mostly in focus. Again, my husband with his glasses on, but he's not in focus in this photo. But it's still, again, cute little memories. He still didn't have a beard, but we still love him. My doggy, who looks scary in black and white. Scary, because his fur was like blonde. He looks scary in black and white, but he is in focus. And yeah, it's a cute little photo of my babies. Yeah, that was my first roll of medium format. The learning curve for that one was I had to realize that I only had like 15 to 16 shots, if I actually loaded it correctly and all that stuff. So we tried. We didn't fail, because like I said, some of us are naturally gifted. I kid. Let's move on. Let me start with why I started film and why I really fell in love with film before I even picked up my own film camera. Is I love the texture of film. It's almost like with digital, there's a sharpness to a photo, and with film, there's a grain and a texture and a grittiness to it that I really, really fell in love with. And so that's why I was like, no, like, rather than just hiring a film photographer, I want to do it. So I picked up my film cameras. And 3 lessons I've learned since picking up my film cameras and since like starting my film journey. First lesson is to take your time. Take your time in every little aspect of it. In buying your specific film camera of choice. I didn't necessarily take this advice, but I lucked out because I really talked to, shout out again to Garland Camera. I lucked out in that, they walked me through, they talked me through like, the different cameras and systems that they had in store for me to purchase. But I'd also been doing a lot of like watching a lot of videos beforehand and like watching a lot of like different types of cameras that I was, possibly thinking of buying. But in taking your time and finding the right piece of equipment for you, you could start on medium format, you can start on 35, you can start on point and shoot, you can start on Polaroid. There's a variety of options, but you can start on disposable camera. A lot of us started on disposable cameras when we were, younger. I remember I used to take like disposable cameras with me on field trips. So I guess I've been in this game. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is like take your time in finding the equipment that's right for you and easiest for you to get into. Taking your time on your equipment, taking your time when you're actually taking the photos. And this is a gift that film photography kind of allows you, is like you have a limited amount of shots. And with the rising cost of film, you're gonna be like, nah, I don't want to take that photo. Like, you're gonna be a little bit more intentional in your choice of image, and or not. It's up to you, because creativity is a personal and specific journey. But taking your time in, understanding your camera, understanding the film roll or the film stock, understanding the type of imagery, your setup, everything, it really allows you to be intentional. So take your time is a lesson I've learned. Lighting is the second lesson I've learned. Lighting is different for film than it is in digital, in my opinion. And in my experience, digital has been easier to salvage if a photo is underexposed. Not as easy to salvage if it's overexposed, but you can create something. But if it's underexposed, it's like, I can always create shadows or remove shadows and blacks in post. But in film, you need ample light to shoot what you want to shoot. So you have to then, pick the right ISO or film stock, set up lighting. So where's your light source coming from? Your camera settings. Everything is so kind of like intentional that lighting is something that I've learned over time is key. I mean, the best light is the sun, and the best set of light is to go outside and to take advantage of natural light. And even that is still a learning curve on like sunny 16 or starting on a really, really sunny day versus an overcast or cloudy day. But lighting is key. Lighting is key. In photography, period, but specifically film, lighting is key. Third lesson I learned, and I'm still learning, is to take notes. And when I say take notes, I mean like take notes on the day, excuse me, on the day that you're shooting. Take notes on what what did I use, right? Like, did I shoot at f/16 or f/4? And that's your aperture. What speed did I shoot on? Did I shoot at 1/100th or 1x on certain cameras? Just take notes. What stock did you shoot on? It helps because you're able to kind of reflect back, especially when you get the images back, and either you hate them or love them, or there's a lesson you learned from that specific photo that you're like, oh, I want to replicate this, or I never want to do this again. So take notes. It's really helpful. And last but not least are the resources that I have been using and continue to use in my film photography journey are these three. YouTube, hello, YouTube University. Grateful to Google and YouTube. YouTube is one of the biggest resources in the journey of film photography. I subscribe to a lot of film photographers that I love watching their videos and resonate with. There's Grainy Days, who's hilarious but really instructional. Valandis, Willem Verbeek, Joe Greer, Taylor Adams, who's a Black woman film photographer on YouTube that I found. So really grateful to see, representation in that sense. But YouTube is a great resource. Instagram, I follow pages like Film's Not Dead, Black with Film. Follow hashtags. If I know someone is a specific film photographer, like if they use a certain hashtag, like if they use a hashtag portrait 400 or whatever, I'm seeing a variety of images that allegedly are shot using that film stock. So Instagram is a great resource, and find a network. So I'm part of Black Women Photographers Network, and in that we have a Slack group of like Black women that shoot film. And so that's a great resource, for me, in that I feel like I have a community and a space to like ask questions and share resources and really like talk about, our specific journey and our group and our niche and our experiences. So those are the three resources that help me and continue to help me, and hopefully help you. So yeah, you have made it this far, so you should just like this video. And if you haven't made it this far, like, you wouldn't see this anyway. Like, subscribe, encourage me on this journey. Help me encourage you. Let me know what you want to see, what your film photography journey has been like. What were your first set of photos? Do you hate them? Do you like them? Like, let's have a little bit of discussion and conversation in the comment section. And subscribe. Like, you want me to use my Nigerian accent? Use your sense. Subscribe. Be nice to me. Subscribe to this video. I'm waiting. I just like to use my accent. But subscribe. Thank you for watching. Like, comments, subscribe. I will not tell you again.